talking about MAGA and Trump works best when the type of people they can understand says the messages they need to hear. White males who are doing well. Well, one of my old wrestling buddies, Kevin Nash, Big Sexy himself, came out and said some things that got MAGA madder than a hornet in river water. First, let me show you who Kevin Nash was if you never got a chance to watch wrestling back in the day.
Watch this, watch this. Oh, he him. Yes. He powerbombed the Jack.
That's Big Sexy. His move was the jackknife. He was 7 foot tall, and he has came out and spoke up for the good of the people in a Twitter tirade for the ages that the people need desperately. So let me go to some of what he was saying to get things kicked off. First, he was talking about the 4th of July, and when that bill was passed, he was like, was enjoyable to flush the white trash out today, meaning that he blocked all these people that was calling him woke and all kinds of other stuff and removed them at least on this site. I didn't celebrate the 4th this year because I personally feel we're not at the home of the free. Ladies and gentlemen, I made a video saying that why should Black people support the 4th of July this year when liberties, common necessities are being taken away from the poor to the advantage of the rich? I was told I need to take my Black ass to Africa. But anyway, here's a white guy saying the same thing, and it gets deeper. He goes on to say, ladies and gentlemen, happy 4th. 4 trillion in debt day. Never felt this proud as we continue to destroy the empathy we once held for those less fortunate. True. So I guess happy wealth white 1% day. Enjoy your small regional hospitals while you can. Things just continue to get greater. Happy 4th. A lot of that money that they shifted from middle class and poor to the wealthy is going to close down hospitals. Now, this is when the story gets interesting because now the white guys are about to attack him. Listen to this. I can't make this stuff up. Not that one. Let's go to this one first right here. Major Swagger says, what the F does being white have to do with anything? And oftentimes people, Black folks are always chastised that we make everything about race. I did a video yesterday about Ann Coulter. Go check it out. And Laura looked like Saul Loomer. Why we always have to bring in race. But it's always better when a white guy can confirm what we're saying. He says, are you worried about being deported? Cracker. Sit in your Alabama double wide and shut the fuck up. Oh, Lord. We need a little laugh amongst the crying we have to do with MAGA. That was funny to me because there's a white guy saying that I didn't have to lift the utter word to say anything. And then we go on to say from another guy, Tristan Montoya, go to a different country. Do you have the means? Mind you, ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Nash is very wealthy. He spoke on behalf of how he didn't need any more money from this tax break. He goes on to say, raise my hand and gave an oath to die for this Constitution to be upheld. I served my country. I shouldn't have to leave. Let's start with those who didn't. Amazing who comes to mind. And for those of you that don't know what he's talking about, or if you're MAGA, he's talking about Trump making up the lies about bone spurs and shit to get out of going to the army. Kevin Nash not only was a wrestler, entertainer, and he's wealthy, he served in the military. He's the epitome of what MAGA defined as a man's man. And he's also giving you the epitome of what you should be thinking about when it comes to empathy and sympathy for middle class and poor. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? He's not done. He also talks about how the religious right is brain frying MAGA too to control folks. Kevin Nash also goes on to say, to those that don't have the ability to determine the First Amendment separation of church and state, an official religion, or endorsing one religion over others. Free exercise clause, ladies and gentlemen. He's dropping gems for you today. This clause protects individuals' rights to practice their religion without government interference. That means you can be a Muslim, That means you can be Christian. That means you can be a polygamist. That means you can be a whole lot of those things, all right? As long as it doesn't conflict with the public morals or a compelling government interest. And what are we seeing nowadays? The government using religion as an influence to propel its interests, especially among Republicans and MAGA. Damn, Kevin Nash, I didn't know that you had this in you. And of course, the soy boys on MAGA was calling him woke. He just whapped that shit down because he understands being woke means that you understand the history white men have tried to hide from us so that you don't have sympathy, so that you don't have apathy, so that more importantly, you don't vote for your own interests. What more do I need to say? Go support Big Sexy. You can find him online at Kevin Nash. Let me put his link up right there, the real Kevin Nash. Him and Jim Cornette are two warriors I know of that fight for the common man and the interests of middle class and poor. Go check them out. But more importantly, check me out. I might can get this man on my show for an interview. If you want to see what I'm all about, you can get all my links right there at beacons.ai/politics of being black. And just understand that pretty much everything that affects black people affects all people. And come check me out tomorrow as I go live at noon with a great Hall of Fame podcaster, Hall of Fame radio person, Britt Whitmire, who is a wrestling fan. So I know we'll be talking about Kevin Nash one more time. Until that next Sexy as Hell video, I'm out.